Change is pervasive in competitive markets. In business, we talk about the value of change, the necessity of change, driving change, and so on. But in reality, the impact of change is often negative. It can even be catastrophic. In an age of the global distributed enterprise, relentless demands for efficiency, and rigorous compliance mandates, mastering change is a strategic imperative. So why is it so difficult for businesses to manage change? Well, change comes from many, sometimes unforeseen directions, both inside and outside the organization. Examples of major change drivers include mergers and acquisitions, regulatory compliance mandates, competitive threats, best practices implementation, and the everyday challenges of growth. Responding to this barrage of change events presents challenges in today's complex and distributed enterprises. Silos or islands of change can be found everywhere. Change silos are defined as areas in a company where change initiatives are undertaken as discrete, isolated projects, within which there's no understanding of the impact of a change on the organization as a whole. Silos can occur within business units, geographies, job roles, and even individual technology. Change events can interrupt the flow of business, strain both human and financial resources, and expose a company to high costs, poor quality, and excessive risk. For unprepared companies, these consequences can be crippling. So improving ways to streamline the management of change across the enterprise has major benefits. Today, many IT departments rely on software change management products to respond to change events. But change management focuses only on application development, rather than the broader needs of the business. And because many companies lack a process for coordinating change management purchasing across departments, development teams, or individual developers, an enterprise will often have numerous, unique change management solutions throughout the organization. While change management products may be appropriate for managing change within silos, they can't provide the end-to-end solutions required to holistically view, integrate, and control change across the entire enterprise. Serena Application Lifecycle Management Solutions offer a fundamentally new, enterprise-wide approach that enables companies to capitalize on today's change events in ways that can transform their businesses. With Serena ALM for the enterprise, all change-related activities are integrated across the enterprise to bridge silos of change and create a common frame of reference for business and IT. Serena's solutions for application lifecycle management integrate the whole lifecycle, from requirements definition, modeling, and software change and configuration management to building, testing, and deployment. Let's look at how this improves orchestration and enforcement of processes in the typical end-to-end development lifecycle. A request for change typically triggers the application lifecycle. This change may be a bug fix, an enhancement, or something completely new, and will start life as an email, a Word document, or a call to the help desk. These requests are received by the change manager, who records their arrival and sends them on through the lifecycle. This process, and every other connected process, has an automated workflow, which defines the end-to-end change process and automatically allocates tasks to people. Nothing moves on in the lifecycle until it should, and approvals, escalations, and alerts are handled automatically. At this stage, the change manager can approve or reject a request. If a request is approved, then it will enter the formal requirements process. The approved requests are formally evaluated at the requirements management stage, and once they are accepted, they become approved requirements. Tools such as Serena Dimensions RM are often used to automate this process. The approved requirements can be modeled to make sure that they meet the user's expectations. At this stage, the testing manager will raise test cases for each requirement, and the project manager will oversee all phases of the process. Workflow automation tools, such as TeamTrack, ensure that these interdependent tasks are integrated and can provide a single view of the process so that individual teams on the project don't become isolated. Once the model is produced and approvals captured, we enter the development stage. Testing and project management teams are kept fully informed. At the development stage, the model is converted into changed configuration items that are then built and tested. Typically, a solution like Serena Dimensions assists the development team in managing their development process. If an item fails testing, then a defect or bug is recorded, and Dimensions manages its resolution through the defect and issue process. In this instance, a resolution is reached by implementing a change to the model or the requirements, but defects and issues may also be resolved in the application code. The newly reconfigured model arrives back in development and is again converted into its changed configuration items. This time, testing completes successfully, and the configuration items are packaged, ready to be deployed into the live environment. In organizations that have implemented Serena ALM solutions, each stage in the process can be optimized and automated. Effective management of the application lifecycle requires that the individual tools used at each stage interoperate seamlessly, providing managers with the ability to visualize, orchestrate, and enforce change across the enterprise. The requested changes will go through a process of user acceptance testing before deployment in the production environment. Users may be happy with this initial release, but over time, enhancements may be requested or defects notified. Tools such as Serena Dimensions and Serena Team Track can manage these issues directly, or alternatively can coordinate and oversee the resolution of the request via the help desk. In this instance, the defect is registered with the help desk. Serena's ALM solutions provide an important link between development and IT operations by integrating processes and tools throughout the application lifecycle and thereby improving collaboration. The help desk logs the defect and then passes it to the change manager as a change request, and so the lifecycle continues. Our animated world cannot begin to replicate the complexity of the average IT landscape, which, in addition to managing development, operations and infrastructure changes, also has to cope with multiple hardware platforms, development environments and operating systems, as well as multiple locations in various geographies, languages and time zones across the extended enterprise, not forgetting the offshore development team in Mumbai and that outsourced data center in New York. Serena Application Lifecycle Management Solutions provide a platform to gain control over this complex environment and reduce the risk of failure. They enable the implementation of best practice processes such as ITIL and CMM, and through greater collaboration and control, give the organization better insight and predictability. All of this keeps the auditors happy and creates a framework for effective governance.